Pa, get in here. Dinner's ready. Hold on, Ma. It's almost commercial. They sounded just like Kyle's ma and pa. They talked just like them. They moved just like them. They even called each other Ma and Pa, just like them. But they weren't Kyle's ma and pa. Kyle was bound to the chair at the kitchen table, but not physically. He was trapped there because he was too afraid to move anywhere else. Overhead, the dangling lamp swayed and rocked, casting a flickering and unstable light over the messy wooden table. Blood, still horribly fresh, ran across it, dripping off the sides. Kyle could see her moving around the edges of the light. She was slow, bulky, moving and swaying about the room. He saw her hands every now and then, entering the light, setting silverware down on the table. Her skin was stained red. It was his ma's skin, but it wasn't his ma. A buzzing grew from Kyle's right. He caught the waves of fleeting shimmer in his peripheral vision. The television set was on, but no channel played. Static waves rolled busily across the small screen. He could almost see, in the glow of the TV, a silhouette that lay across Pa's favorite armchair in the furthest corner of the living room. His Pa's chair, but that wasn't his Pa who sat there. Not completely. "Are you coming, Pa?" she asked. "Dinner's ready." It was 2 a.m. The TV fell dark. Kyle turned away, bringing his chin to his chest like an embarrassed child. As the silhouette rose from the chair, he heard the great, lumbering footsteps as Pa approached. Each step fell like hooves upon his house's wooden floor. "Yes," the thing pretending to be Pa said. "Are you happy now, Ma?" "I just didn't want it to get cold, Pa. I worked very hard on this meal." "That you did, Ma. That you did." Kyle trembled as the thing pulled out Pa's chair, the one just to Kyle's right. The wood chair protested and bemoaned the thing's weight as it sat down. Eyes closed, he listened as Ma's chair to his left squealed just as well. Both of them pulled themselves closer, bringing their bellies right up to the table side. At the edge of his vision, Kyle saw both creatures each extend him a hand. Not Ma said to him, "Come on, honey." Not Pa said to him, "We gotta pray, son." Together, they said, "Take our hands." Kyle's head rose, slowly and fearfully. Weak, shaking, he extended his hands. He felt like vomiting as their taut, frigid skin met his own. But it wasn't their skin. Not really. In the light, they could see he was crying, and he could see them. What had once been his Ma and Pa's faces were stretched tightly over long, monstrous countenances. They wore his parents' skins as if they were nothing more than clothing. Clothing they barely fit into. Emerging from both his Ma and Pa's mouths, long, naked, bony snouts protruded, like those of a deer. Antlers erupted from torn flesh in his parents' scalps. Through their fingertips, razor, sharp-like claws raked against Kyle's naked, human palm. All parts of the damned creatures just couldn't fit inside his parents' skins. "Pa," the creature said, in exactly his Ma's voice, "would you like to say grace?" "No," the other said, in exactly his Pa's voice. "I think Kyle should. I don't think anything else would be appropriate." Both turned painfully slow to look at Kyle, and they waited. Kyle said nothing, but neither creature seemed unwilling to wait. Patiently, they both encouraged him onwards. "Go on, son," one said. "Make your ma and me proud." "I know you can do it, sweetie," the other whispered. "You did it so well for us earlier. Pray to him. Pray to God." He did pray earlier, but not for them. He had prayed for the two corpses that lay on the table, the bodies from which all the blood had flowed, the bodies that he had once known as Ma and Pa, the raw, naked bodies whose skin the two creatures beside him had stolen, the dinner that the two creatures spoke of. Stammering, and soft enough that just he could hear it, Kyle began to pray. "Blessed Holy Father, protect our spirits and deliver us from evil." As he continued, the two creatures bowed their skeletal snouts. "Be my parents' keeper and deliver them to the kingdom of heaven." Then he paused. The creatures had both started to heave, to cough, and for a moment, there was hope inside Kyle. Hope in the power of prayer. It sounded almost like the creatures were choking, like they had been hurt by some divine intervention, but only for a moment. Soon, as their noises grew and their heads raised, Kyle understood. They hadn't been harmed. The dry, heaving noise that they made with wide-open jaws was nothing more than laughter. Sick, evil laughter. Kyle closed his eyes and continued praying, raising his voice, trying to drown out the monsters that wouldn't release his hands. Their laughter only ceased when Kyle could pray no more, and one reached upwards towards the light, grabbing the light bulb firm in her hand. The one that pretended to be Ma said in a cheerful, yet sinister voice, "Let's eat." She pulled, and she banished the light from their table.